against the Biafrans and jailing somebody who is asking for self-determination. Finland is jailing somebody. Finland is ready to jail somebody who is fighting for self-determination, to separate his own self from a forced religion that he doesn't want to be part of. Do you now understand where this is going? Finland, they wouldn't tell me they don't know all this. This man that is speaking here is a very deep top security official of the zoo. Top security official in the zoo, giving this information. You can imagine a country with this kind of ideology, chaos there, giving you information. What information do you think they can give you to make peace or to make people be relevant? The only information they will give you, an information to destroy others and make sure that the agenda of Islamization works. You see the man say it. The presenter asked him, you have diversity, diverse people. Is it possible? Can anyone? The man tells him, don't deceive yourself. It is possible and it will happen. It will happen before you come. Today, Finland is sponsoring it, making it to happen by jailing somebody for self-determination. Finland is supporting Islamization for economic interests. They go as far as jailing a human rights activist, a Biafran activist that is fighting for self-determination. They cook up stories with their fraudulent Nigeria, with their fraudulent information, and they cook up all manner of nonsense and they throw at him. You can imagine. Listen to him. This is what Finland is supporting.
They were almost 98% Christian before now. Today, they are an Islamic country. I did Islam in my master's program, and I was trained by Professor Alijan. He's a Persian. He's an Iranian American. And I scored, hey, that's excellent in Islam. So I know them. It may take them 1,000 years to Islamize Nigeria. So they will take it slowly, gradually. They don't forget. All of us will be dead after some time. Our children that don't care, or this Gen Z will come, they will still Islamize this country. If they can do it in Turkey, today's Turkey, what stops you? Why do you think they won't do it here?
Are you hearing that?
Except we take steps now, because we are the ones that are talking about these things. Our next generation in 50 years will not even care.
No.
You understand? So I am thinking that if some part of the country, I don't want to be specific, if they feel strongly about an ideology, a religious, but I think they can restrict it to their area. And I think maybe Tinubu should do well by developing this issue of regional autonomy where everybody should organize themselves, or at worst, let the country actually go apart and you can do whatever.
Did you hear that? Did you hear that? That the solution, in terms of solution, the guy said, let the country go apart. Let everybody go their separate ways. This is the same message that Mazi Samaneba has. The same message he preached that made them to tag him a terrorist. That is what this man is preaching. In our own case, our land is under invasion. The military are already enforcing the religion upon us. The military are already in our land, trying to take our land and give to other people. They want to forcefully take our land, which is against the international law. You cannot forcefully take people's land. The same thing the whole world is crying today in other places, in Palestine and other. The same thing is happening in Biafra land today. They are forcefully evicting people from their homes and taking their land. And Mazi Samaneba said he will not fold hand and begin to watch until after they have taken their land and bite people. Then he will come and begin to complain. No. He told his people to defend themselves. Protect themselves. That is the only crime I have committed. Then Nigerian government, that terrorist government, cooked up information and handed over to Finland of all people. And today, Finland is in the front of sponsoring terrorism through Nigeria against their own citizen, Mazi Samaneba, an activist whose only mission is to restore freedom to his people, protect them, secure them. Did you hear what this man said? Did you hear the solution that this man mentioned? Listen to him again.
To their area. And I think maybe Tinubu should do well by developing this issue of regional autonomy where everybody should
listen for the solution.
Organize themselves. Or at worst, let the country actually go apart, and you can do
let the country go apart
in your area.
Let the country go apart.
I don't think we can stay together
because
of this.
Did you hear that? I don't think we can stay together. Let the country go apart. This is just the same message that man Samuel. Must I speak the way you speak? Our situation and the situation of the Yorubas are not the same. Our situation and the situation of this man is not the same. Our feelings are the feelings of this man. Our expression is not the same. Is it not the same thing that this man is expressing that man Samuel expressed? The same expression was what man Samuel was doing. And today, man Samuel is jailed because of self-determination. And the whole world is silent. The whole world is silent. Where is the United Nations Arbitrary Committee that gave Nigeria ultimatum to release Mazen Nanikan? Where are they? What are they saying about this very verdict of Finland? What are they saying? We are waiting for the international community to weigh in. We are waiting to hear what the Arbitrary Committee of the United Nations will say about this unjust judgment against our Prime Minister for self-determination. You heard this man say it, that we cannot live together. We cannot. We have to go our separate ways as the only solution.
A strong belief about religion. So it's either we stay together or people should mind their religion and stay where they are and practice what they want. Imposing it on others is wrong. I study Islam, and I don't want to talk blasphemy here. If I start talking about Islam in the next 3 hours, we will not live here.
No, we don't want you to talk blasphemy either. Talking about our country, in many, we are not a religious country, so to on paper. We're a secular nation. What kinds of conversations should we be having with the Nigerian people, especially the younger generation, about how to ensure that we remain secular, where you can practice your religion in any part of the country that you please without imposing your views or belief systems on any other person? What kind of conversations should we be having, and what should our lawmakers be thinking at the back of their minds? At least they've made the first step, which is dropping this bill and ensuring that it doesn't go through. But in subsequent conversations that you said will inevitably come up, what should we be doing as a people to ensure this doesn't happen?
I'm going to be extreme. For me, if you look at Sudan, we have now North Sudan, South Sudan. I think we should have Northern Nigeria and Southern. Then they can practice whatever they want. There's no dialogue because they will not.
You see, they asked this man, what will they do? The man say it in ABC. Separate South and North. The man say, break it up. You see, when some of them, in their own, when they come to this conventional media, they try to use grammar to paint it. We know the painter now. We don't paint what, we say it the way it is. We say it the way it is. We don't make you to be happy or make you not to be offended. No. What this man is saying is break up. That the only solution is break up. That is nothing you can do. Nothing. This is a man who told you that he has studied Nigeria. He was a commodore in Nigerian army. Top secret service. This man you are saying. A top secret service. What this man know about Nigeria? Is it what they told Finland? If a secret secretary know these things and they told that Finland, upon what we give that Finland the conscience and the audacity to begin to jail as someone who is trying to protect his people from this very atrocity that this man is revealing. Mazi Simon is trying to protect the Biafran from the atrocity this man is exposing here. You can imagine. And Finland have the audacity to pronounce a sentence on the man who is fighting to secure his people.
Not stop. I've told you it may take 1,000 years. They will still do it. Or if you let everybody go their way, maybe you have enough. They remain there and you have the sovereignty down south. Then you can do what you want. But if you remain and you think you can talk to your Jersey and people that don't care about anything, it will happen. It took hundreds of years before Turkey, Constantinople, Istanbul was converted completely today. And if you look at history will tell you that you cannot assuage these people. Who owns those banks? I did a lot of research, and I want our audience to go and find out the owner of Taj Bank and the other bank. Then the picture will start getting clear to you. We have the Jaiz Bank and you have the Taj Bank. It is an open source information. Go on the internet, the board of directors, you will see the shareholders. I don't want to mention them on national television. Go and do your research, and you're beginning to understand. You begin to understand what I said, that people are sponsoring terrorism because they want to Islamize Nigeria. Now Tinubu has come, and it's a little bit very hard on them. That section, the collective approach is failing. So they are now trying to bring it through the constitution, or to legalize it. If we cannot go through the bush and kill as many people, and they are still resisting us, and this man has come and is fighting this is just killing all the fighters, then let us go to the house and bring it in through the back door. We just remove that clause, personal. They will not know, they will not pay attention. They will just, and that is it. Then we still do this thing. Go and find out the owners of those banks. They are the ones sponsoring these narratives. And I always say it on television, go after the sponsors. Those guys speaking in the house, they are just paid to do that. And with time, they're going to bribe the remaining ones, and they will pass it. If not this year, it may be 10 years time. If it's not 10 years time, it may be 50 years. They are going to Islamize this country. But I think the solution, what we should discuss with people, people should try to understand we are not the same people. The North and South are not the same. The British understood. That's what we are doing in the right way. And they deliberately march on so that we can continue to fight like this. And they can continue to take our resources away.
Speaking about the British, there are several theories out there.
You have just heard it. This is the country that Finland is supporting. This is a small history of the country that is feeding Finland with information. You can imagine which responsible country we work with information that is coming from a country like this. These are what Canada saw, and Canada gave them the blow and told them what they are. A terrorist country. That's what they are. But you see how this man, who called himself what I don't know, Alex Top or whatever, you see how Finland have disgraced themselves.
Sentenced a controversial leader of a Nigerian secessionist movement to 6 years in prison.
I want us to listen to this. Let's hear this. Let's hear this and hear what Dr. Mozanga has to say. It is another thing, because the issue of Nigeria is before everybody. Anyone that claims he doesn't know the situation of Nigeria and what Nigeria is doing, you are only deceiving yourself. Anyone that claims that he doesn't know, he has not seen, you are only deceiving yourself. You are deceiving yourself. And as you're deceiving yourself, we will not allow you to drag us into your deception. So because you have chosen to deceive yourself, we will not also allow you to deceive us. will not allow you to deceive us. If you choose to deceive yourself, that is your business. You go ahead with your deceit and you face the consequence. I want us to listen to this. Let us hear what Dr. Mazanga has to say. It's another important information. Let's hear Dr. Mazanga.
Sentenced a controversial leader of a Nigerian associationist movement to 6 years in prison. What is his offense according to the law?
There is no offense. How do you look here? It's madam. These people are simply saying Biafra, Nigeria is no more. And they have the right in Europe to say so. Two, Nigerian system itself has said they don't, the court relied on intelligence from Nigeria. Asanda, which Nigerian intelligence can give you the credibility? It's corrupt and it's funded, compromised by terrorists. They have recruited the terrorists in intelligence system. So the information Finland collapsed in its own democratic format. When it said it relied on Nigeria's intelligence information, anybody can come up and say, Asanda is doing this, that. Do you go and use that intelligence? Finland is one country that is now changing from proper democratic institutions to being corruptly entering Africa by paying huge sums to get contracts. Finland has been given contracts with Nigeria. Nigeria has given them to build dams, gas pipelines, and so many dispensaries. They are corrupt. They just wanted to get this guy to appease the Nigerian government. If you look at the evidence, I've read the entire evidence of why the three judges came to a conclusion. I bet if it was in South African court, it would be thrown out on the first day. There is no judgment where you say you use the intelligence, Nigerian intelligence, when Nigeria itself has terrorists, part of the intelligence system in Nigeria. They are terrorists, and they have admitted they have recruited some. So which intelligence information did they use? I'm telling you, that sentence is going to be quashed by the European Court of Human Rights in Strasbourg. It will be quashed. That I will walk out free.
So what now then for Simon Ekpa, this Finnish citizen of Nigerian descent, must he go the human rights route, as you say?
I want to tell you, originally, these people wanted to kidnap this man quietly at night. Thanks God, people started going to European court somewhere, and volunteers stopped it and told Finland that you are in trouble. We know what you are doing. They wanted to take him to, without even going through the court. This man is a Finnish. Is a Finnish citizen. He has been in Finland for over 30 years. Why do you now, where do you take him? What has he done? He's simply saying Nigeria needs to be rearranged. All of us in Africa know that Nigeria has collapsed. All of us in Africa know there is no administration in Nigeria. All of us know that Nigeria is a country without a country and a state without a state. Governance has collapsed. And these people are simply saying, can we rearrange Nigeria and go away? It's like what I have told you about the Congo. Biafrans are over 80 million people out of 250. They are people killing people there. They are terrorists coming down their time and they take over your house, take over your farm, feed on your food, kill your people. They are there. It is happening. And the African Union has not said anyone. United Nations Security Council has not said anyone. United Nations habitually sentenced Nigeria to a country which has abducted the people, killed the people, and if you have such reports, how can you sentence a man?
Now you have heard it. That was Dr. Mazanga speaking. That was Dr. Mazanga speaking. And his words are very strong. And there is one statement he made there that caught my attention. There is one important statement that Dr. Mazanga made that really, really, really caught my attention. If you can remember, there was a time our Prime Minister told us about the plan to kidnap him from Finland. If you can remember. Do any one of you remember when our Prime Minister made a program and he said Nigerian government are making attempts to kidnap him? They made an attempt to kidnap him, it didn't work. They made an attempt to assassinate him. So all this while, we never knew that Finland was part of it. But because Mazi Samuel was able to establish himself and many human rights activists are aware, Mazi Samuel was able to reach out to many human rights activists and they begin to write letters to European Union. They begin to fire to European Union. Eyes were there. They could not carry out the operation. They could not carry out the operation. So all this while, when our Prime Minister was crying, telling us what he's going through and what he's suffering, we never knew that Finland was part of that plot. You just heard Mazanga say it, that they plan to kidnap him. And our Prime Minister made a broadcast that Nigerian government wanted to kidnap him. They made the first attempt, second attempt, before he began to shout and make programs, and then voices began to tell people, and they even made an attempt to assassinate him. Up to 3 or 4 times. There was even the time he was told not to go to certain places, don't go to certain areas. So we never knew. Now everything is becoming very clear. With this judgment, when they have seen that kidnap cannot work in Europe, kidnapping him from Europe cannot work, they pass through another door to kidnap him through the court. What you are seeing today is a kidnap through the court. They kidnap Simon Ekpa through their court. That is why they came boldly. And someone that is fighting for self-determination, you are giving him 6 years jail for fighting for self-determination. And just as Dr. Makanga said, we are going to fight this case to the last. Appeal will be going to everywhere, to international courts, to European court, to Finland High Court, every one of them, they will have a test of it. We are going to test it. Let me see how self-determination is a crime. How any court will say they relied on the information coming from the same terrorist country, a terrorist government, the same government that is seeking to take the life of Mazi Simon Ekpa, the same government that kidnapped our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. They are giving you information and you are relying on the information they give you. Madness. Their basis of sentence or accusation against Mazi is baseless. Nigeria that have everything about it is terror. A country that has already failed. A failed country. And yet, some people continue to pretend it is going to work. Up to the extent of supporting lies, supporting propaganda, supporting blackmail against innocent people. This is what we see every now and again. Who in his right senses in this world will like to associate himself with Nigeria? Who? The only people that continue to pay themselves with Nigeria and work with Nigeria are those who are coming from a terrorist world too. Those who are part of the terrorism. Those who are interested in terrorizing others.
Zuckerberg came to Nigeria this year, 2025, and once again, he saw the...
Let us watch this one. This is the Nigeria that Finland is listening to. I want you to see the Nigeria that Finland is listening to and tell me, how can any sensible person be working with this kind of a country? How? How can any reasonable country we have any deal or take information that is coming from a country like this very one we are talking about? I want you to listen to this one, another report about the Zoological Republic.
Mark Zuckerberg came to Nigeria this year, 2025, and once again, he saw their greatest problem, electricity power failure. And while he was with Kuno Afale, a filmmaker, the power suddenly went off. Mark Zuckerberg was so shocked because he had never been in a country where there is a lack of electricity. At first, he was afraid, thinking that Nigerian Yahoo boys wanted to kidnap him because he has always banned their Facebook accounts whenever they tried to use it for fraud. So here's the proof of the video.
We couldn't afford to use the mainstream television or radio in the UK, but everybody was on Facebook, at that time, and this really, helped. And this is Nigeria.
You can imagine.
This is, that's part of it.
Nigeria is a
You can imagine.
great country.
That was Mark Zuckerberg in Nigeria. In Nigeria, as he was talking and speaking, they took light. They took light. Light went off, kuru, and he thought it was Yahoo boys that wanted to kidnap him. You can imagine. Who in his right senses will be part of that kind of
So
country?
many talented people who, if brought together, can make the country great. But the level of corruption in the government is now causing these talented citizens to lose hope, and it pushes them into fraud. Nigeria must understand that these citizens are only trying to survive by all means. We therefore advise Nigeria to work on their electricity. Nigeria should fix their electricity, making it 24 hours in all states to take the country out of darkness.
This week, you can imagine. You can imagine. In 21st century, we are hearing this nonsense. A country that can never work, continue to bring disgrace to its people at every given opportunity. And some people think it's Uhuru.